And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Norfolk Tides taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. And Siggy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. And let's take a look at the lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
And a foul ball. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now it's going to be Jackson Holiday. Strike 1.
0-1.
Two outs, bases empty. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-1. Fastball for a strike. 2 down, nobody on the ground, and that's just foul. Two outs. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. End of a half inning of play, no score. Back now at Progressive Field, and towing the slab, Kyle Bradish. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking 2 planes, horizontal and vertical.
At the belt and fires. Now a screamer into the outfield. He's got it, and there's 1 down. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Here's Josh Naylor. Liner, base hit.
Batting third, the catcher,
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And that is gone. first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Ramon Laureano. And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. That's a laser base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And now the DH, Will Brennan. Golden opportunity right here. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases. It's 5-0.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
A change in the first, and here's the new arm, Matt Crook.
Matt Crook.
One out, runner at second. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Well struck left field. And it's off the wall. Run comes in from second, and it's now a 6-run lead. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Here's a speed threat, Miles Straw. That one ripped. Burdick going back, and it one-hops the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 7-0.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Here's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 so far. On a line, base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Singled and scored his first time. Well struck right field. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 10-0.
Came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it.
Caleb Ort gets the ball now.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
One out, base is empty. Bo Naylor will hit next. He's already homered in this game. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Cowser raging back towards the wall. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Pushed it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. A massive home run. Their third home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 11-0.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Laureano comes up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Bounced out to short. Zips it across. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark.
Norfolk,
Top of the second, and now the center fielder, Colton Cowser. The pitch. In the air to left center. Straw getting an angle on it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the first
Here's
baseman,
Tyler Nevin to the plate.
Tyler Nevin.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Up the middle, Jimenez tosses to first. Play is made, 2 out.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Peyton Burdick.
Here's the left fielder, Peyton Burdick. And there's the strike.
0-1.
The Tides with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the second. Late with the swing there.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And a pitch. Goes down looking. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen
The left
Kwan.
fielder, Stephen Kwan.
And a pitch. Swing and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned
Now
on the
back,
pitch.
the
Quick bat
designated
through the
hitter.
zone.
And up next for Cleveland, Will Brennan.
Brennan.
Picked up a double and 3 runs batted in at his first at bat. Hit hard, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The batter number 4, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they boost their lead. It's 14-0.
Does an excellent job of getting his arms extended to get the fat part of the bat to the baseball. Wrists do not roll over. They stay through the zone and on plane. Excellent swing.
Andrew Suarez into the game.
Now pitching for Norfolk, number 82, Andrew Suarez.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. A double and a run scored his first time up. Ripped on a line. Nabs it, and there's one away.
The batter, the third baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So up next, Josh Naylor. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that's going to kick into the corner. The throw in.
Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
At the plate, Bo Naylor. And that one hammered. That's back. And forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 17-0.
I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
So 1 out, nobody on. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The right fielder, number 10, Ramon.
And here is Ramon Laureano. That one drilled left field. In one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Everything came together for him. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
2 on with 1 out. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Hit hard. That gets through. 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Morgan McSweeney on a pitch out of the pen here.
Morgan McSweeney.
Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead continues to grow.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. Now here is Ryan Rocchio. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in to score from second, and they extend their lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Man at second with 1 away. And here is Miles Straw. On the ground to third. He's out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Jose Ramirez now at the plate. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
Now it's going to be, that's a base hit as a run scores. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
First and second, 2 down. Next to hit, Bo Naylor. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Say goodbye to that one. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 25-0.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Nick Vespi.
Nick Vespi.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. That one hammered center field. That's back there. It bangs off the wall. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So in now for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and the lead continues to grow.
He was all over that one. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing. So that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
So 2 down. Stephen Kwan, the next to hit. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Line drive. And it goes just foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Runner at second, 2 down. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around third. He will score, and they extend their lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Stepping in, Will Brennan. And a base hit up the middle. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Not shortstop.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it is gone. That one felt good. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 30-0.
This kind of velocity is so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Now a chance for Miles Straw. Line to left, squeezes it, and that ends the inning. Here in Cleveland, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Ryan McKenna. Bieber back to work. That catches the corner. Bieber goes 6 feet 3 inches, 28 years old. And he won a Gold Glove in 2022. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
The punch out there, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Diego Castillo, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Guardians up big in this one. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Swings and misses, struck him out. back here in Cleveland. Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And the pitch. That one fouled off.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to set.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone.
Fastballs, especially away, are like putting a ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
So digging in, Josh Naylor. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. It's a double, and he's 5 for 5.
Now batting.
And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor, and a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
That one ripped. It's a ball.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget.
And there's a fly ball deep right field, and it hits the fence. Takes the turn. He's digging for second, and it's another double for him. His 5th hit of the game.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
So a man aboard, and now the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily, and the lead continues to grow.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 4 for 4 with 4 singles. Rips that one to right. 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Will Brennan.
Will Brennan digs in now. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Brian.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. 4 for 4, 2 home runs and 2 doubles. That's hard hit in the line. Burdick brings it in for the third out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. On to inning number 4. You're dialed into the show. Back now at
Leading
Progressive
off for
Field
Norfolk,
as we go to the
right
top of the
fielder,
4th. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Beavers. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. He goes down looking.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Oh and 2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Tides hitless so far in the game. Gets a piece and stays alive. Up the middle, and that one handled.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Holiday batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Man at first, one away. That one hit to right. Laureano settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Throw over to first.
The batter, the center fielder, Colton
Cowser getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you can have a really good day out there on the mound.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cullen off the first with 2 away. This one in the air. Bare hand grab, and now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
now batting, the
First and third, 2 away. And now
Nevin.
Tyler Nevin. And a foul ball. That one at the knees for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Keegan Aiken. Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians.
The center fielder, Miles.
And here it comes. Now a fly ball to right center. Beavers has this one sized up. He makes the grab. And a quick out,
Now
number
batting,
one.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Jose Ramirez.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
That one ripped. And out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Beavers calls it in, 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, the catcher, Bo.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor, trying to do what no player has ever done at this level. He's looking for his 5th homer of the game.
I never thought I'd see this moment. I mean, this is unbelievable. This guy gets a chance to hit his 5th home run. Whether he does it or not, this next at bat's a pretty special one.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back there, and that ball is gone.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history as one of the best ever. And I'm just in awe of what we've seen. And he's getting a standing O from me right now.
And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Jimenez rounds second on his way to third. Coming home. The relay to the plate. The tag, and he's safe.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Man at second here with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Ripped to right, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. On to the top of the 5th we go. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now the left fielder, Peyton Burdick. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
You know, this group of hitters being a little too patient at the plate in this game. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
The 0-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Straw has a beat on it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Ryan McKenna will hit next. Struck out looking his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
That clips the corner.
0-2.
The Tides with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the fifth. Got him. 2 away.
Now batting.
Now it's the second baseman, Diego Castillo.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And the right-hander deals. Just missed.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Brian Baker. Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians.
The shortstop,
The pitch. That one ripped. Gone!
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And now Miles Straw on a line out towards center, brings it in with a nice running grab, and there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman,
back to the top of the lineup. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. That one ripped right center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And up next for Cleveland, Josh Naylor. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run.
He's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
The right fielder, number 10.
2 outs, base is empty. Ramon Laureano digs in for the Guardians. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And the batter now, Stephen Kwan. And there's a hit, and that extends the inning.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. A rope into right, and that should be extra bases. And it's off the wall.
Such an impressive performance out of him in this one. His 3rd hit for extra bases. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And now the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. This one in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. Now at the plate, David Banuelos. Bieber back to work. And strike 1 to the catcher.
0-1's the count.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Jimenez makes the grab, 1 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And now the right fielder, Dylan Beavers. He was late there, strike 1. Beavers measures 6 feet 4 inches, 205 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2022. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. On the ground to short, Rocchio gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Greg Cullen.
2 outs, base is empty. Greg Cullen now at the plate. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Didn't quite have enough.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Back down for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Felix Bautista. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Miles Straw digs in now.
For the Guardians, the center fielder, Miles Straw.
The pitch. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about.
And the 0-2. And he grounds one back up the middle. He gets there with the slide. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit. And he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Line drive, base hit.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Man at first, stepping up for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. That one ripped. Gone.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Sneaks through, base hit.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres.
Runner on at first with one gone. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that one's gone.
Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
One out, base is empty. So in now for Cleveland, Ramon Laureano. Bounce to the left side. Throw on to Nevin. Awesome play there.
Now batting, left fielder, David Kwan.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And now here is Will Brennan. And first offering is fouled off. Liner And that should be extra bases. Quan around second, headed for third. Coming home. He's safe.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
And now, Brian Rocchio. Into center. Cowser on the move. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Here in Cleveland, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
And that one fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Left-hand batter waits. Foul ball, still 0-2. Righty delivers. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Whips it to first. One up, one down.
Now back, the center fielder, Colton.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Colton Cowser. That one's in there. Strike one.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Righty to the plate. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The Tides with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Got it by him for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now the first baseman, Tyler Nevin. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Caught him looking for the K. Back here in Cleveland, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. And he deals. Into center and a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Fought off foul. Bautista, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Straw gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one ripped. And gone.
lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Now here is Josh Naylor. Base hit.
Up next for Cleveland, the catcher, Bo Naylor.
So a man aboard, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. In the air, out towards left center. Burdick going back, and it's off the top of the wall. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, it's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Andres Jimenez, the next to hit. And that one lifted in the air, center field. He's under it. And there's one down.
The right fielder, number 10, Laureano.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Ramon Laureano will hit next. That smash towards center. Cowser makes the grab. And there are 2 outs.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. That's out to center field. Cowser makes the catch, inning over. We go to the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Peyton Burdick.
Peyton Burdick.
And the right-hander back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, you got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but it certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Kicks and fires. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boone. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Right there is Laureano. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Now it's the DH, Will Brennan. And a pitch. Out towards right center field. Cowser sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Brian Rocchio. Out towards left center. Sizes this one up. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Miles Straw. Line drive. Burdick makes the play, and that is that. Looks like he's heading back out for the ninth as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. We go to the ninth. Here's the catcher, David Banuelos.
David Banuelos.
The pitch.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Next to hit, Dylan Beavers.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
That one drifts inside.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully, the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. Now the number 2 hitter, Greg Cullen, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can.
Can't glove it cleanly. Safe first as they can't make the play.
Now batting, shortstop, Jackson Holliday.
So first and second with 1 gone. Here's the shortstop at the play. Jackson Holliday. Naylor takes it himself, and they're down to their last out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And there's a foul ball. And the righty deals. They're down to their final strike.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Strike.
The Tides down to their final strike. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Guardians get a shutout on the mound.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage day or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.